And welcome back. This is Baller Scuba with another random game. And we've got a doozy today. Today we're taking on big rigs, over-the-road racing. We're going to get started with a custom race because I like to choose all my options. Why would I go for random race? We could also look at the high scores. As you can see, there are none. The game doesn't need any. We're going to start a custom race. We're going to be Thunder. We do have a choice of Mega 1, Thunderbolt, and Sunrise W12, but I'm going to be Thunder. And we're going to take on the Devil's Passage. Now, a quick note before we fully get underway with big rigs, over-the-road racing. They did not include sound in this game, and I think that is a conscious choice, and I admire them for that choice. They dared to make a game in which you can fill the void of having no sound with your own imagination. This is a game for your imagination. You can fill in your own soundtrack as you play the game. You don't need the game to tell you what sounds you need to hear. Any sounds in the game will just stifle your imagination. However, I will put in sound over the top of the silence that is this game. Because I know not all of you are intelligent enough to understand what I'm talking about here. But as you can see, this game is incredible. Look at the detailed graphics. You can see the bumps in the road as they're coming up. Now, I am attempting to become the best big rigs off-the-road racer of all time. And I hope that you guys will support me in that effort as we continue forward and we go through all the checkpoints. We need to turn all those red things green. Now, I don't know if you guys know all the secrets of this game, but I know a few shortcuts, like this one right there. Not everybody thinks of that shortcut, but it is there and available for you to use. But don't do it, because that is my secret. And any attempt that I see of somebody using that shortcut, I will file a claim. I will file a lawsuit. I've copyrighted that shortcut. It's patent pending. The U.S. Patent Office doesn't usually agree with me on these kinds of things, but I sent quite a bit of pennies this time, so I'm really hoping that they will eventually help me out with this. Now, the controls in this game are so good. I don't really have the time to explain how intuitive the controls in this game are. Pressing forward makes you go forward. Pressing left makes you go left. Pressing right makes you go right. It's insane. Oh, we're close here. We're close to the end. We need to make it all the way through. We're all the way through. He was so close. He was ahead of me for that split second. But I was able to catch him. He was so good. He's just so good. And now we need to continue going forward in our big rig. Now, I did mention forward, left, and right. But one thing I have not gone over is backwards. And this is where the secret lies. This is where the game shows off why it is the best game ever made. And that is backwards. Now you might be wondering, what's so great about that? It slows you down, as you might expect. Once we hit 0 though, and we start going backwards, you start to see how good this can be, how great this is. They programmed a secret into this game, I believe on purpose. And that is that you can go as fast as you want backwards. Not everybody knows that. Not everybody knows that. You can even break the world. You can just go off the side. Who cares? You can just break anything that you want. This game is not limited by your lack of imagination. This game enhances your imagination. And pressing stop stops you on a dime. They have programmed this big rig to have the best brakes ever made. and I applaud them for that effort. Not everybody knows how to play this game properly. I am fully aware of that. I am also fully aware that I am most likely blowing people's minds right now. But this has become the best game that I've ever played. You thought maybe one of the Final Fantasy games? Maybe one of the Fallout games? One of the Elder Scrolls games? You thought wrong. Big rigs. Over-the-road racing. This game does not care about your physics. This game does not care about your momentum. This game says fuck you to I want to hear something. This game, it screams, we know how to do lighting. Look at the brake lights on this truck. They are so realistic. So realistic. The textures in this game are so incredibly detailed. Can you believe this only came out in 2003? It seems so far ahead of its time. It's insane to me to think that so many people pass up this game on their best games of all time list. And you might be noticing, hey, haven't you already completed a lap? And my answer to you is yes. I've completed 2. But the game has not ended. No. The game's better than that. The game knows better. It knows what I want to do before I am even capable of coming up with a reason why I just keep driving straight forward. So I stopped. And I just continue going forward. Just continue. Now I'll hold backwards so that I can stop. Right here seems like a good spot. But we're not done there. We need to start another custom race. This time I will be the Thunderbolt. Do you see those horns? They're made of thunder. And we will go with Double Passage 2. Double Harder. And we will go back in to the best game ever made. Who needs scores? Who needs story? Who needs plot? The more plot they give you, the less that you have a chance to use your imagination. Now you might be looking at my Ultranav now and thinking, hey, isn't part of that filled in as if you passed through gates that you haven't gone through yet? That's just the game thinking ahead. That's just the game predicting the future. Now you might be wondering, isn't this the exact same model as the previous one? And to that I say no. This one is white. And its brake lights. They're so realistic. So incredibly realistic. And we will continue forward because I have yet to master the art of driving backwards across this game. But I am working on it. And that's why I need your support. This is not an ordinary video. This is a call to action. Not only do I want you to go out and get this game, give the developers your hard-earned money because they've deserved it. They have absolutely deserved it. I want you to join me on the professional, big rigs, over-the-road racing. We can train together. We can get a house. And we can spend our days training, driving backwards in big rigs, over-the-road racing. I will find the secret to being able to maneuver at Mach speed in big rigs over-the-road racing. I will master the ability. Now you might be wondering, what the hell is the purpose of all this? There doesn't seem to be a crowd. There doesn't seem to be any purpose to these big rigs racing. And to that I say, you missed the point entirely. The point is not the race. The point is the victory. The point is defeating the opponent. That is the point. And you might be wondering, didn't you just complete another lap? And to that I say yes, I did. And you might be wondering, why hasn't the game just ended and said congratulations because you have won? And the answer is because I have not won yet. Because I have not completely and utterly decimated my opponent. Because I have not mastered the art of the backwards race. But I will master the art of the backwards race. I will learn it. I will own it. I will become the best backwards racer the world has ever known. But I can only do it with your help. All I need is $3.50 from each and every one of you. And I am counting on that. I know you will give it to me. I accept credit cards. I accept pieces of string. I accept buttons that you don't remember where they go to. I accept all forms of payment. If you have a credit card, just slide it right down the crack of my ass, and I will accept payment that way. Now you might be wondering, where the hell are you? And to that I say, I am everywhere. And you might be asking yourself, you're going over 2,000 miles an hour? And to that I say, I am. And for that reason, I can tell you that I have lost the road entirely. I have no idea where we are. But that's the beauty of big rigs over the road racing. I'm sure some of you need some more convincing, as if what I have done here has not completely proven the glory that is big rigs over the road racing. So I will start another race with Sunrise W12, and we will go down a small town road. This time, though, I will stick to the road. I will forego my training of backwards driving so that we can beat our opponent. Now, some of you might be asking yourselves, is that other vehicle not moving? And to that I say, not to your eye. It's moving so quickly that you can't even notice it. And some of you might be asking, what the hell's with the brake lights here? They're just shining out the middle of the door. And to that I say, you are blind. That is clearly what is not happening here. These are sonic lights from sonic screwdrivers from the doctor. They are in the back of my awesome Mach speed big rig. And you might be asking yourself, what the hell is this? This is just a box. And to that I say, but what lies inside the box? This is where your imagination comes into play. You have too long let other games limit your imagination. You need to know exactly what is going on at all times. And for those of you that say, hey, why are there two Arc de Triomphes right in a row? Once again, I say the doctor has been here. And he has done incredible work in creating this game. The best game ever made. You might be wondering, why are there signs in the middle of the road? That is only so that you may pass through them. Run over them? No. That is for other games. Other games that stick to your laws of physics. That is not for this game. This game is above your laws. And thanks to my efforts, I am winner. And so, we must start yet another game. I still see that some of you remain unconvinced of the beauty that is big rigs over the road racing. And the people who have designed big rigs over the road racing have heard you too. Who are these people? Sergei Titov, for one. He's the producer. He's the programmer. He is the one who has listened to you. He is the one that has released a patch for big rigs over the road racing. Let's see if we can't use this patch. We will go for Mega 1, and we will go for Forgotten Road 1. And he will show you the true way to becoming winner. I am winner. You too can be winner. And here you can see he has given you sound. He has given you a Technicolor landscape. He has given you a moving opponent. He has given you bridges. He has listened to your cries. Now you might be asking yourself, hey, won't that one sound become annoying? And to that I say no. Of course not. But I want to show you the beauty of this bridge. What did we pass over? What did we go down into when we drove under the bridge? Here you can see the beauty that Sergei Titov has worked for you. For you. You saw how great that was. The beauty of this Italian town in the middle of a big rig off the road race. Now you might be wondering, hey, are you just going to let the other guy win? And to that I say, no, of course not. I am winner. My opponent is never winner. I am winner. And you might also be asking, what's the deal with the numbers on the left? That is a mystery I have yet to solve. But with your sponsorship, with your 350, with your tree fitty, I can solve the mysteries of the enigma, of the glory, of the animosity that is big rigs off the road racing. I can find out why the numbers on the top left don't fit in the box. But for this, I don't know. I have no answers yet. I can see my opponent. I can see the bridge. I can see the effort that Sergei Titov has put into putting the most realistic water in a game that I have ever seen. And I appreciate his effort. I am one reviewer that is unwilling to be bought by one of the big name companies and to tell the population the truth about the video games that I play. Other people, they might say Call of Duty. They might say one of the Batman games. They might say an RPG. I say to them, no. Big rigs, off-the-road racing, where you always are winner. Always. I will make one last ardent and honest plea with you. I hope that you will support me in my new life. Big rigs, over-the-road racing is my life now. I will sacrifice everything else for my goal, my dream of doing this professionally. And I hope and I pray that you will support the creator, Sergei Titov, in all of his efforts, including his latest one, Infestation Survivor Stories, now available on Steam. It's just as good as this one. Is that even possible? It is. But from now on my channel, there will be nothing but big rigs, over-the-road racing. I don't care if you guys wanted to see something else. I don't care if you wait today until noon. There will be no videos but big rigs. There is nothing in life but big rigs. Hope you guys have enjoyed this first part of Big Rigs Over-the-Road Racing. I've been Baller Scuba. This has been my truck. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Hope you laughed. Hope you learned. Hope you give me tree fitty.